How is it already January? Chris and I traveled to this very special corner of Colorado almost 2.5 months ago now to visit friends. And what we didn't expect was everything that cascaded from the moment that we settled in. We met amazing people. I toured a piece of land that was for sale. I unexpectedly fell in love with that piece of land. Then I went through the stressful process of buying it. My family came to visit. The momentum didn't stop there. I didn't want to leave the property without knowing if we had water, so I also invested in drilling a well. And so we are still here in the cold yet beautiful arid desert that I now call mine. But not for long. I just got a text message from the delivery driver guy, and he will be here in 1.5 to 2 hours. I almost didn't follow through with this because number one, it's a lot of money, and number two, there has just been so much going on in the last few weeks with purchasing the land and then drilling the well. Oh my gosh, what a stress. And I didn't want to add something on top of it all, but I did anyway. I will say one of the more interesting parts, or hard to maneuver parts about purchasing raw land, is that there's literally nothing here. So when I think of any sort of project or big addition or something that I want to do, I don't have the place to do anything. I have nowhere to put stuff. I have nowhere to build stuff. I have nowhere to put tools. So it really makes you start at step 0. In the meantime, while I wait, I am cleaning up this buck skull. When Mom was here, we found this buck just 50 feet into our backyard. And this is an absolutely beautiful buck. I couldn't just leave it out there. So I drug it back, and I've been working on cleaning it up, and I hope to give it kind of a second life and kind of to honor it and its beauty. I've worked yesterday on skinning everything and getting as much of the flesh off as I could. It's been really frozen, so that made it kind of difficult. But I boiled it for a few hours this morning, and while I wait for the delivery guy, I am going to work on pulling as much more of this off as I can. Keela. I also want to take this time and give a huge thank you to AG1 for sponsoring today's video. It is already known how much I love AG1. I have been drinking AG1 for years now, and one of the reasons why I talk about it so much is because I really do believe in the product and I really do use it, and it makes me feel great. This winter, Chris and I have had a pretty hard time prioritizing our health. I personally have been really stressed about the land and the well and about this shipment coming in today, that our typical focus on eating really balanced has definitely taken a back seat. And we all experience that in life, where there are other priorities that come up and kind of push our health or nutrition kind of in the shadows for a little bit. Also, not to mention, everything that I've been piling on in my life right now is happening during the winter season, and we all know that supporting your health in winter can be a bit more complicated or just a little bit harder for us. This is the season where a lot of us are getting sick. So it's really important to help manage my stress and my cognition and support my digestive system and my immune system. I'm currently gearing up to head to Peru for 3 weeks. So I'm gonna be moving from winter in Colorado to humid rainforest, jungle, and that drastic change in environment while also being on a plane and around many other people for 24 hours. It's just a recipe to compromise my immune system, and while I'm traveling, it's really hard for me to get all of the nutrients that I like to consume. And so these are gonna be my best friend while in Peru. If you are interested in incorporating AG1 into your own life or your own morning routine, make sure to head to the link in my description below and get a 1-year supply of vitamin D3, K2, and 5 of these individual travel packets for free with your first purchase of AG1. All right, I am so excited to share with you what is currently on its way to the property right now. I was planning on painting it in the spring anyway, but I mean, it's not that bad. It is bright orange, but it's the desert and orange goes well with the desert.
It's gonna settle into this dirt. Okay. This stuff's so soft. The more you move stuff into it, but I would just put 4 on it, one on each corner. Okay.
For the first time ever, I have storage. What? For all of the years living in the van, I've never had any extra storage. Like, all I own is in that little van. Let's take a look. Go ahead. There's so much space. Crazy. This shipping container cost about $4,000. This is a 40-foot shipping container, and it is considered a wind and watertight. There are different tiers of shipping containers that you can purchase, and this is the least expensive of all of them. I was really surprised though when he brought this in, because I was expecting a very dented up, like, shipping container that has had a really hard life, and this is in really good shape. It's really nice in here. I'm so happy. Now I have a space for storage, and more importantly though, a workshop, and a part of it might turn into a little gym as well. Right now, at this point in life, 20-foot shipping containers are just as expensive as 40-foot shipping containers, I think, just because of demand. I think most people are looking for 20-foot containers or only have the space for 20-foot. So I was looking at 20-foot containers, and then I realized I'm just gonna get more bang for my buck. So here's my 40-foot kind of obnoxiously orange shipping container that will be transformed hopefully this spring.
Sunrise in West Virginia, sleep talking on the front porch, running barefoot to a creek. We learned to drive the van then, we had to hide it from the fishermen. 2 French braids made
Come all you young rounders, and a story I'll tell of the promise of heaven and the warning of hell. But take heed where you ramble, or too soon you will go. Way up on the hillside where the new flowers grow. Well, he met in the springtime, the sun sinking low. Two star-crossed lovers in the still melting snow, where the loving was easy and the courting was brief. There they called her a beauty, called him a thief.
We are leaving today, and of course it snowed the morning that we are planning to pack up, which makes packing up a little bit more difficult and a little bit more chilly, but it's also kind of a beautiful goodbye because this rock wall and the mountains are so gorgeous with a dusting of snow. At this point it has gotten into January, and this next week temperatures are going to plummet. So that's good timing to get out of here. I am heading to Peru in 5 days. So we wanted to head west a bit, get closer to Vegas because that's where I'm flying out of, and have some time to recuperate and warm up in some like Red Rock Desert areas. And today I get to do something that I have never been able to do before. And I'm really excited about it. It feels quite surreal to be packing up a tote of my winter gear to store until we return. For years now, I have gotten used to that secure feeling that comes with having all that you own with you at all times. And while this shipping container is just a metal box sitting on 4 wooden blocks, it's also the start of a huge shift in life. One where I have the space to build things with my hands again, and where I have shelves to store my outdoor gear in the off seasons. And overall, it's the start of a foundation where projects will come to life. These actually need to stay here too. I won't need insulated overalls, hopefully, that's the goal, for another year. Guess what I did this morning? I officially finished my basket. Isn't it beautiful? It's really heavy and very robust. I can it's not going anywhere. But I am so proud of this. This is 100% made from willows and dogwood from the creek. And this is the first basket I've ever woven, whatever. I just finished the last few weaves on the border and then trimmed it up this morning. So I'm gonna take it on the road and I'm gonna use this basket because how freaking cool. And I plan to make more with less imperfections because I definitely learned a lot I'm so excited about my basket. This is the first thing that I made from the property. There's a lot of love in this basket. I'm also pretty excited that it's like almost a circle. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Boy, come on. Look at this. I forgot to show you guys the final product. Here is the finished skull. It took me many hours and multiple days to clean everything up, and then I boiled it in water and hydrogen peroxide, and it is so beautiful. But I am storing this here so it can stay safe. After spending over 2 months here and feeling winter really settle in while following through with some really big decisions, Chris and I, and Akila and Kobe's, are leaving for about 5 months. We both feel like some space from the property and all of this change will be really, really good for us. Also, we have so much planned for spring, like finding warmer weather, my 3-week trip to Peru, some exciting film projects, and even more adventures in unique places. But we will fill you in on all of that later.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun.